the word that's being thrown around at all these conventions is legends.
Oh yeah.
Which I don't consider myself a legend, but I consider myself old. And I think being old makes me fall into the legends category.
Yeah. I'm starting to feel old, and then I'm like, you know what? A couple more legends pass away. I might get up there. Who knows?
We're all moving up the ranks,
Yeah.
that's what it is. And I think what helps me is like the ECW anniversaries have passed, and people just, I don't know, people are still gaga over ECW for whatever reason it is.
I mean, because you guys were the I mean, the innovators of, I mean, you guys paved the way and blazed the trail of fire to me, and I mean, I think that's what was so special about it.
So, Kev, do you think if you were more in the Northeast when you were like breaking in, that you would have ended up trying to get into ECW? Because I know you were down in Memphis and you came up. We heard that story the last time that you were in the ECW world, but do you think you would have gone for it?
Absolutely. I would have.
You would have fit in.
He would have fit in. Also.
I would have had.
Sure.
I would have had. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you would have fit right in with us. It would have been great. I always say, like, you were one of the guys in the fake ECW that I truly liked and trusted.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, because you get a feel for people, and a lot of people were. I don't like to use the term standoffish, but you were more down to earth than a lot of the other superstars that were in the company at the time, and I just clicked with you. And I always get so upset because Shelly's still one of my dear friends, and I just wish that our program could have went further and we could have did more together.
Well, and I mean, and the big problem with that is we were getting over organically, and I think that was the biggest fear is, hey, we've got all these money and these idiots, and I mean, some of them weren't idiots, but some and stuff. And here's these guys that were not really given, the promos to this and that to, but they're going out and having great matches and they're getting great audience reception and they're doing this. Oh, we gotta, we can't have that. I mean, if we didn't make it, we can't let that happen. And I think that was the biggest, to me, that was, when you look back at it, that was the biggest fear.
Well, also, Balls Mahoney was on drugs. And that didn't help me at all. So,
yeah.
Once he took that piss test, it was over. It was like done. And I said to myself, well, there goes the program. There goes my push, and I'm done.
It was like, half Oxycontin, half Coors Light.
Who the hell knew what was in his
half Marlboro, half
Marlboro Lights.
Yeah. I still remember, it was in Orlando, I think, right before Christmas. And I don't know what he did, but they just gave me the nod. And they're like, go out there and beat the ever living piss out of him. And I was like, okay. I was like, I have to.
Sad.
And they're telling me I gotta go. And he's like, oh my God. Oh, stop. What are you doing? I mean, he was like, dude, I just got told to. It's my job. Moment, and you know what? I'm going to win. And
Kevin, it's a work. Stop.
Oh yeah, it's a work. It's a work. I'm like, have you ever seen you swing a chair? It's not a work.
Yeah. When he's on the receiving end.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was so it broke my heart. It was so unfortunate, and I was just I understand substance abuse problems. I get it. But everybody was trying to clean themselves up at that point because you wanted to keep your job. And I was just so, like, Balls is he was one of my favorite people in the world. He was like a gentle giant, wouldn't harm a fly. But it just irked me because I'm like, can't you just get your shit together for 5 seconds? Like, you didn't just ruin your life, you just ruined mine. But we were a team at that point, and then not to sound selfish, but I was just like, okay, he's gone now, and then they're like, go get your bikini, and I'm like, no. I don't want to, like, get out of here. So I was just devastated because the four of us could have did so much. It was such a downer to me.
Oof.
especially when you love who you work with. That doesn't happen too often up there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like we all liked each other and we had a good connection and it just could have been so much better.